Chippenham on the River Avon has been welcoming visitors since AD 600 and now has a resident population of 26,000. Only 4 miles from the M4 motorway, the town is well situated for travel by car, bus and national coach and is only 1 hour from London by intercity rail. The A4, once the stagecoach route between Bristol and London, continues to serve the prosperity of this busy town. The Eastern Relief Road, Avenue La Flèche, is named after Chippenham's twin town in France. The Church of St Andrew is a prominent landmark in the centre of the town. Chippenham Hospital has the casualty unit, with modern maternity and other units at St Andrew's Hospital. The War Memorial in the marketplace was unveiled in 1921 and paid for by public subscription. The Old Town Hall, or Yeld Hall, is over 500 years old. Originally the meeting place for the bailiff and burgesses, it later housed the local fire brigade and is now the town's museum, behind which is the Old Town Lockup. The Monkton Spring Conduit brought water to the town in 1864. The Angel Hotel was an old coaching inn and overlooked the marketplace, which held markets and fairs until 1850. Next door, the Magistrates' Court and Registry Office was the site of a former royal residence, from where King Alfred commenced his drive against the Danes. The Public Library, opened in 1973, has a good reference section. In a corner of the marketplace stands the parish church of St Andrew. The south aisle and 2 chapels date from the 15th century. Across from St Andrews is Church Cottage and the Hall, the centre of busy parish life. The bell turret is a reminder that the Hall was originally the National School in 1837. From the busy marketplace we make our way to the quiet serenity of St Mary Street, admired by Sir John Betjeman, with its many fine houses dating from the 16th century of architectural and historic interest. The garden of a house is a canopied stone building, all that remains of the 17th century Chippenham Spa. Let us follow the cyclist to the footbridge which spans the River Avon into Monkton Park, the house now being privately owned apartments. Here you can play golf on the par 3 course or enjoy a picnic by the river. A children's play area is nearby. The Olympiad Leisure Centre is in the background. Looking at the High Street from the Shambles, not a derogatory term but the name of the medieval market, you can see the architectural details of its buildings. It's easy to imagine why Chippenham was once called Little Bath. New building blends well with those dating back over 200 years. The archways are the entrance to the elegant town hall, built by Joseph Neild in 1832. Just off the High Street, the Tourist Information Centre is housed in the Neild Hall, open all year round. It deals with inquiries from visitors and residents alike. The hall was originally the cheese market and corn exchange. During the First World War, it was used as a military hospital. Markets have always played an important part in Chippenham. In the heyday of the woolen industry, it supported 12 mills. The former Nestlé factory, the oldest condensed milk factory in the world, closed in 1962 and the building was converted to offices. The Riverside Bar is a popular meeting place, especially in the summer months. The external features of the old factory have been retained. The riverside is a tranquil haven, only yards away from the bustling town. It is a popular place for all ages to visit at any time of year, whether to feed the ducks and swans or to enjoy a spot of fishing. Even the Riverside office development has begun to blend into this peaceful scene. 21 years, Chippenham has played host to the Folk Festival, one of the largest in Britain. For 4 days, musicians and dancers, drawn from all parts of Britain and abroad, enjoy over 150 events, displays, concerts, dances and sing-alongs, parades and special children's events, taking place at venues all over the town. Special guests from other countries bring their traditional music to add to the British style of folk and help to make the event the most colourful one in the Chippenham calendar. That the festival draws visitors from all areas of Britain and increasingly attracts foreign visitors who combine their visit to England with the festival, taking home many happy memories. The town bridge across the River Avon makes a fine vantage point to enjoy the fun. Holiday Monday, the High Street is closed to traffic and takes on the air of the town's former markets, with craft stalls lining the High Street. Spectators enjoy the dance, displays, street theatre and entertainment, both here and in the High Street, and in the Island Park, all reminiscent of the street entertainment of years gone by. The clog dancers from Lancashire are one of the many folk dance teams to visit the town. Everyone is encouraged to join in, and who can resist the music? Day, and Chippenham has one of the largest cattle markets in the country. This coincides with a general market held in the Bath Road. In 1841, the Great Western Railway arrived in Chippenham. Isambard Kingdom Brunel lived near the Western Arches during its construction. His office still stands in the station yard. Nearby is the Pines Hotel and the two-screen Cannon Cinema. In Park Lane, the former headmaster's house adjoins the redeveloped St Paul's School site in a tasteful style of architecture. Which can also be seen in Foghamshire. And the recently converted Bank House in Bath Road, as well as the refurbished Little George public house. We have travelled north from the Western Arches and turned right into the recently built Hathaway Retail Park. This is the beautiful spire of St Paul's Church, which dates from 1855. The Oxford Hotel and picturesque stone-gabled cottages of the hamlet, part of the old Langley estate. Former 3 times Mayor John Coles gave money to purchase this 15-acre park in 1923 for use by the townspeople of Chippenham. This well-tended park is supervised by the Town Council, who have created an enclosed children's play area. In addition, there's an excellent bowling green and 5 resurfaced tennis courts. The bandstand cost £267 to build in 1923, and after major restoration by the council in 1987 is now used again for regular concerts on Sunday afternoons throughout the summer. Out of town on the Bath Road, the modern developments of the Great Mills DIY store and the new Sainsbury's Superstore, which will soon be linked to the Western Bypass. Travelling out of town on the Swindon Road from Chippenham Clift, we reach Kellaway's with its raised footpath, paid for by Maud Heath, who left money in 1474 to build and maintain a paved causeway between Chippenham and Wick Hill, to keep people's feet dry on their way to market. At the east end of the bridge is the small church of St Giles. Returning to Chippenham, we pass the beautiful church of St Peter, which dates back to Norman times and is closely associated with Reverend Francis Kilvert, the renowned Victorian diarist. Other places of worship in the town are the Baptist Chapel of 1804, the Roman Catholic Church of St Mary in Station Hill, built in 1936, and the Church of St Nicholas, which was built by John Wood, who with his son was the architect of Bath. The Methodist Church in Sheldon Road, built in 1901, and the Evangelical Church in Hungerdown Lane. The modern Church of St Peter's is in Frogwell, with a primary school adjoining. The 2 comprehensive schools in the town are at Sheldon and Harden Hewish, on the campus which formed part of the Harden Hewish estate. The lower lodge to the original house is within the school grounds, and the upper lodge in Malmesbury Road. In 1948, the College of Further Education was founded in the former secondary school, and following considerable building extensions has become the Chippenham Technical College. 2 special schools are in Hungerdown Lane and Malmesbury Road. We complete our tour by the tranquil River Avon, hoping you have enjoyed your pictorial town guide and will want to return and discover more for yourself.